Hello and welcome to my second attempt at a video, although I guess there's 2 other videos from years ago still on my account. So attempt 4? I'll just say attempt 2 at a consistent posting schedule, which I say with a little bit of a giggle because this video that I'm trying to make now was supposed to be made like 2 weeks ago and just everything kept going wrong. Originally, this video was going to be me exploring some of my characters' fashion senses because that's one of my absolute favorite things to do. I love designing outfits for my characters, especially when I get to take their little personalities into account. I drew 6 of my characters. I did 2 unique outfits for all 6 of them, so 12 drawings, and I was so excited to get to talk about their fashion and talk about them because I'm making a webcomic based on them, and then I lost all the footage for that, so that was awesome. So I was trying to think of things I could do to include those drawings. So I was like, oh, what if I did an outfit swap for them? Suggested that to my partner, and then they suggested swapping 2 characters, Caspian and Alistair, and then I realized I could put Caspian in a skirt. So that's what this video is basically about. So to get this started, I want to address 2 things. Number 1, despite my excitement, I did not draw Caspian and Alistair first. I'm not really entirely sure why. In my head, I always draw Andrew first when I draw these characters because she's like the main character to me. And also, I just have more fun drawing women. Number 2, I made a little sidebar thing, which I think is so cute because the video is squished to the middle and I thought it would be more interesting if there's like more to look at. So on the right, it's a little chibi doodle of me drawing, and then on the left is my kitties. They love to cuddle, and they're literally cuddling as I speak, so I'm going to put a picture of that. I hope you enjoy. The ginger one is named Pyrrha, and then the gray one is Crow. They're my babies. Originally, the rest of this video was supposed to just be unscripted me talking about the drawings, but I have been struggling so hard to do that I had to write like a basic bullet point script for myself, and I'm trying so hard not to say the word like 10,000 times like I did in the last one. Of course, I just used it again in that sentence, so it's not going well so far, but I'm gonna try. Up first is Andrew and Beckett, like I said. Oh my gosh. Okay. And originally I was going to swap the makeup as well because Andrew does wear intense gothic makeup in her drawing with this outfit, and then I forgot to do that. So that doesn't happen, but I did swap their hairstyles, and as I was drawing this and as I'm watching it back, the hairstyle on Beckett, it just makes her look like a pirate to me because it's all messy because Andrew wears her hair messy, and the whole outfit, it just looks like a pirate to me. It gives pirate vibes. But yeah, the outfit that Beckett is wearing is the, I think, left one on Andrew's original post, and it's the entire reason I did these fashion drawings because I saw that shirt thing on Pinterest and I thought it was so Andrew core that I had to draw her wearing it, and then I was thinking about what other outfits she would wear and what the other 5 would wear, and I have Pinterest boards for them, so I was looking through their outfits and I just wanted to draw outfits. I love outfits and fashions. One of my favorite things, which I've already mentioned obviously. And then for Beckett's outfit on Andrew, I struggled a little bit to pick which one of her outfits to wear because the left one was more Andrew core, but the right one was so cute, and I just thought it would be more fun to go even further outside of Andrew's comfort zone and wear the one she would never in a million years wear. And then the colors, as you can see here, the colors of the like sleeves and the tights and everything were so close to Andrew's actual skin color. It's so funny to me. I just kept laughing about it. It just looks like I didn't color them. And originally the dialogue was going to be her just complaining that it's too short because she's much taller. But then I added the color thing because it was just so funny to me. But yeah, these 2 are college roommates. The webcomic that I'm writing takes place in the college, or like the college dorm building. They met through a group chat by the college. I'm not entirely sure how roommate things work, but I asked my friend who's in college, and they said that sometimes the college will do a group chat and then people can bond through there and choose their roommates through that. So I decided that that's how these 2 became roommates. They bonded through a group chat and they decided to live together. So they're friends, but I have also some secret lore, mild comic spoilers, but the comic doesn't exist yet, so I doubt people care. They actually knew each other when they were younger, like way younger, but because Andrew is a vampire, she got turned into a vampire. She was not born as one, and in my lore, once you're turned into a vampire, everyone who knew you as a human forgets you. So Beckett forgot Andrew, and since they were so young, Andrew just forgot Beckett, I guess. Didn't stand out in her memory, I guess. Andrew being turned into a vampire kind of worked out in their favor, though, because the dorm building that they are roommates in is called Zenith Hall, and it's specifically a dorm building exclusively for supernatural creatures. So if Andrew had stayed a human, they wouldn't have been able to be dorm mates, and I just think that's so cute. Like, fate brought them together. Part of the reason why I was so excited to make them friends is because Beckett has a lot of traits that could be confused for vampire traits in my lore, like the black gradient on the fingers, the black gradient on the ears, and I just think it's so cute for someone who has been mixed up with a vampire before to be best friends with a vampire. The final piece, I hope you love it. I think it's so cute. And on to Caspian and Alistair. As you can tell by the pure excitement in my voice, this one is my favorite of them all. And despite saying that, I will say that these drawings were not my favorite to do, because the first 6 outfit drawings I did were in a different art style. I was facing art block. I had some family emergency that prevented me from drawing for about a week. So the second I stopped drawing for more than 2 days, I completely lose the ability to. And then these 3 outfit swap drawings were rushed because I needed to make this video as fast as possible. So they're not my favorite, but I'm trying not to dwell on that because I don't like to discourage myself, and it makes me so sad when artists online rag on their own art style too much. So I'm just going to focus on the positive. And the big positive right now is that I'm drawing Caspian in a miniskirt. This whole video was just for him. So obviously the outfit that I chose from Alistair's 2 options was the left one. There was no hesitation in that decision. I know that there's some cleavage showing in the right one, but I was not going to do that and sacrifice the potential of Caspian in a skirt. But I can't just focus on him, he's not the only one in this drawing. So the other one is Alistair. They are wearing the left outfit from Caspian's 2 options, which this was not really a hard choice because Caspian's fashion sense is very, very boring. I find that so funny, but it is boring. And I figured Alistair would want the one with at least a layer to play around with, so she wears it off the shoulder and stuff. These 2 are best friends, which is why Alistair's hand is so far up Caspian's skirt, and it's not uncomfortable. He's stopping him, but it's just like playful. They've known each other for a very, very long time. And it's very beneficial to Alistair because Alistair is a shapeshifter, as you could probably have guessed based on the different genders in his outfit piece. I didn't just draw boobs out. And in my lore, being a shapeshifter is very dangerous because they are among the top species hunted by hunters who want to kill all supernatural beings. The top one being witches that were hunted to near extinction, and then the shapeshifters are next because they're credited as the reason supernatural beings exist. It's like a whole lore thing I don't need to get into, but bottom line, it's dangerous to be a shapeshifter, and most shapeshifters would use their powers to blend in as either a human or just pick a supernatural being and always copy those features. But Alistair is kind of dumb, and he does not take into account his own safety, so he's shapeshifting all over the place, changing his gender, changing his eyes, etc. all the time. And so she's an easy target, but luckily Caspian is a fallen angel, which is illegal for hunters to kill. And also, not only that, but Caspian is a more powerful angel. He is not afraid to use this power to protect Allie. That's what he calls her. So yeah, they're best friends. They protect each other, even though it's more Caspian just protects Alistair. Alistair is a bit playful and teasing, and he constantly calls Caspian Cassie or Casey. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Or just Cass, but that's kind of getting into some territory. Anyone watch Supernatural these days? Anyways. And so Alistair allows Caspian to call him Allie, sometimes Stare. I think that's funny. And yeah, so these 2 are just extremely close, best friends, but despite how close they are, they're not actually roommates. The dorm layout for the dorm building is something I did establish, and it's 2 bedroom and 1 bedroom together in a dorm suite. I go a bit crazy with the world building, so I have a lot of stuff established. It's also separated by gender, which obviously I don't personally agree with. I just wanted it to be a little bit realistic, I think I should say. So it's separated by gender, and the species like shapeshifters or cupids that don't have a set gender basically get to pick which gender they get assigned to. So Alistair chose the women's dorm, and he also wanted to have a single room. So he's actually with Beckett and Andrew, and then Caspian is with the next two. Here's the finished piece, and I love it. I love him so much, but it's time to get into the next one. Before I get into this one, I just want to say I'm going to be the first to admit sometimes I give my characters names without thinking about how I might not be able to pronounce them. So this one is Emrys on the left, he's a demon, and then on the right is Amias. That's my best attempt on how to pronounce it. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure I just picked the name because it related to love somehow, and he's a cupid. But yeah, so Emrys and Amias, they are technically roommates. Emrys and Caspian share the double room, and then Amias is the single room. It's a little bit funny because Amias is very antisocial. He hates people, he does not want to talk to anyone, he's only in college to get an arts degree and that's it. He picked a single room because he assumed that it would be just a single dorm room, and when it turned out to be a dorm suite attached to another room, he was very, very, very mad, and he is annoyed constantly at having roommates. He hates them, and he especially hates the shenanigans they get into because they're kind of enemies as well. They don't get along. And it annoys him to no end, and he just desperately wants people to stop bothering him. He doesn't want to be friends with anyone, he doesn't want to get along with them. The fact that Caspian is friends with Alistair, so he's always showing up in the dorm room, annoys Amias. And then Andrew and Emrys are siblings, not biological obviously. So she's always in the dorm room, and then since Beckett is her friend, she's always there too, and Amias cannot stand it. The only good thing about these people, in his opinion, is that they help him get his cat Beauregard, and they help him smuggle it into the dorm building and prevent him from getting caught having a cat. And that's the only good thing about them. He finds them so annoying, and I just love him. He's so silly. Their outfit swap, for Emrys, I chose the right outfit of Amias's options. I just thought it was cuter, I like the layering, and I think it would be funny to trap his tail in a skirt and have him be bothered by it. And then for Emrys's outfit on Amias, I chose also the right one because I just think the outfit looks so much better. The left one on his drawing is actually my least favorite of all of the outfits. I struggled with it so bad, and it was an entirely different outfit until the coloring stage when I backtracked and fixed the line art to something else because it just bothered me so bad how bad it looked. And then the second version turned out just as bad in my opinion, but not to harsh my own drawing too much, it's not that bad. It's just the right one was much better in my opinion, and I just think that pattern is so cool and fun, so I was so excited to put it on Amias. I also switched their hairstyles like I mentioned I wanted to do earlier, and these two have really similar length in hair, so it wasn't hard. I think Emrys looks so cute with his hair covering his eye like Amias usually has, but he does not like it. His depth perception is all wrong, he feels blind. I just think that's a little silly, and obviously Amias is used to it. He is blind in that eye, which he's calling out, so it doesn't bother him. Another fun fact about his hair is that he cuts it himself, so that's why I always draw it super choppy. He's not good at it, but he just doesn't care to get someone else to do it for him. So it's all choppy, and I wanted to make that detail noticeable in the braid that he's wearing because Emrys usually has a braid. So his hair is in a braid and bits and pieces are hanging out because again, it's all choppy, layers, bad layers, so it's all just hanging out. I just think he's so cute, I love him, and I love all my OCs. Emrys is a demon, of course, and his tail is longer than normal demons are, so it's extra trapped in that skirt. He feels extra uncomfortable. And in my lore, demons have an anchor, and it's what keeps them on Earth, but also if that anchor breaks, they die. And Emrys's is his choker, which is why he's still wearing it in this despite the outfit swap, and Amias isn't, because Emrys does not trust Amias with that, and Amias wouldn't want Emrys's life in his hands anyway. He's not gonna break it obviously, but he just doesn't care to have that responsibility. I just think they're so funny. Their dynamic is hilarious to me. But we're nearing the end here, so I just want to say thank you to anyone who watched or who bothered to care about my characters. And if you want to see more about them, you can follow me on Toy House at Rigby's. Thank you!